of India. India is the future human resource powerhouse of the world with a young, hard-working population. GDP growth, foreign exchange reserves, and investors' confidence have all increased.
No leader in the world understands this more than Prime Minister Modi on how it can change and completely transform a country.
We will not only make in India, but we will innovate in India and take the products that we develop and make to the world.
India is an amazing nation. It's a great nation. When I peer into the future of India, what I see is unlimited India.
Hello and welcome to CNBC TV 18. I'm Malvika Jain. I'm in Washington, D.C., right outside the Capitol, where Prime Minister Modi addressed a joint session of the U.S. Congress. Prime Minister Modi received a standing ovation not once, not twice, but more than 3 times during the course of the speech, and his views resonated well, not just with congressmen, but also with business leaders. Let's listen in to what Mukesh Aghi, the president of USIBC, had to say.
You can see the momentum picking up. I mean, last night we announced $45 billion worth of investment, and these are boardroom decisions, and I think their confidence level is going up that this government means business, they're more predictable, there's more transparent, and hopefully they'll improve ease of doing business. So I think they will take certain risk. For India, an opportunity of 7.9% growth last quarter, and they want to be part of that growth story.
Well, when you say $45 billion, we know that $3 billion will be coming in from Amazon. Who else will be investing in India?
Well, you saw Century Fox basically committing $5 billion, American Tower Corporation committing $4 billion, you had Cisco committing a couple of $1 billion. So I think all of that adds up to $45 billion.
Well, and the speech today, before the joint session of the U.S. Congress, there were business leaders who were present there. There were academics. There were a whole host of dignitaries who attended the session in addition to the congressmen. You saw everyone giving a standing ovation to Prime Minister Modi, not once, not twice, but more than 3 times. Now, there is a bipartisan support that Narendra Modi has been able to garner, as is apparent from the kind of support and cheer that we heard for him inside the chamber. Do you think that will make your task simpler?
It will. In the sense is, as this administration is closing its term and the new administration comes in, regardless of it's Republican or Democrat, the sentiment is for India. Because this nation realizes that the partnership with India and the U.S. is important, both from a security perspective and also from an economic perspective. So I think we see this momentum picking up moving forward in the next administration also.
And what kind of business opportunities would this bring for Indian businesses who want to invest in the United States and vice versa?
I think when you look at from the India side, we need to still work on this H-1B visa issue. I think we need to have agreements so there's a free movement of labor, professionals, so India's services business can pick up dramatically. I think we also have to look at on the pharma side. There are issues on both sides. U.S. pharma companies saying IPR is the issue. From generic side, they have certain limitation. So we got to find the right balance itself. But I think for U.S. companies, there's tremendous opportunity, both from a technology perspective and also from a capital investment perspective. I believe that U.S. will play a pivotal role in India's renewable objectives and also on the infrastructure side.
Well, you touched upon IPR. Prime Minister Modi also mentioned intellectual property rights, even though that was on a lighter note, saying that we are not seeking IPR yet for yoga. Is there a growing acceptance that the rules of the game are a bit different in India and the U.S. companies must live with them?
I think, I would say not acceptance, but more understanding that you have a nation which has a large population which is poor, and you can't have medicines which are priced at a certain price point. So I think Gilead is a good example where they took the hepatitis C product and brought it down itself. So I think you'll see more and more U.S. companies trying to look at price points which are different.
Prime Minister Modi made a speech, he received a standing ovation, and it was very clear that he was able to resonate with the crowd, or let's say the crowd was able to resonate with whatever he had to say.
We're not used to seeing my Republican colleagues stand for speeches in the House chamber, especially when the President gives them. So it was unusual to see everyone standing, I think, in unison in hearing the Prime Minister's speech today. It was great.
His speech, overall, the best thing that it did was bond India and the United States closer together politically. First time since 2005 a Prime Minister from India has been here, and what I saw coming out of that was the unity, the alliance that we're building, and the strengthening of our relationships. And it's a partnership that we're going to forge ahead. When you have a democracy like ours in a constitutional republic, and India, the largest democracy on the planet, we have so many values, so many likes that we share, that we should forge that partnership and make it stronger.
He spoke a lot about the opportunity and the potential that exists in a stronger partnership between our two countries. He talked about the history that our two countries share in many ways, and he talked about many of the same issues and challenges and opportunities that we face.
What about the United States? Is it open for business? Is it open to Indian products and services to come and be sold in the United States?
I think so as well. I believe it's a dual benefit, and we need to have more bilateral free trade and free commerce between the two countries.
You're looking at economic growth, you're looking at job creation, you're looking at the youth that are the innovators of today, and to have that cooperation between both countries, it is a win-win situation. You know, when you take a country like America that has the ideal of the American dream, that you can reach that in this country, and then bring in the ingenuity and the engineering and put those two together, you can't do anything but win.
It'll start in business, but I think it'll also help in terms of our intergovernment relationships when it comes to defense, when it comes to space exploration. And the ideas are hatched in India and in Silicon Valley in the United States. That entrepreneurial spirit is fostered in both countries and appreciated. And I think both our governments will benefit from that, and the world will benefit from the advancements that both India and the United States work together on.
Do you think that if Donald Trump were to become the president, the alliance that India and the United States have been able to build together will continue on similar lines or the same lines?
I think you'll see strong economic ties. I think you'll see a strong America, and people will know where we stand. What's going on now is we've got a broken foreign policy that's created so much confusion in the world of where America stands, and I think you'll see that get stronger.
I think regardless of who takes the White House, there is a commitment amongst both Democrats and Republicans in Congress to continue to maximize this potential, to continue to strengthen this relationship between the United States and India.
Well, you're watching our special coverage of Prime Minister Modi's visit to the United States of America. We will be back soon after this break.